Hi everyone and welcome to where else but Shakey's in Garden Grove for another great edition of the Vinny Lopez Show on Pacifica Football. Let's hear it. The coach Vinny Lopez is back with us. We got a couple of the great players of last week. There were the offensive and defensive players of the week. Unfortunately, it was a loss in that ball game. You're now 0-2. I hate to dwell on those negative things, Coach Lopez, but again, a 3 overtime loss in the first game of the year, and then losing to powerhouse Newport Harbor. And I know a lot of people may try to sugarcoat it, but those are 2 games that possibly you could have won.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for sure, Trabuco Hills was a game we should have won. Newport Harbor was a game we probably could have won, but we turned the ball over way too many times. I think we had 6 total turnovers in that game. We gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown, and we also had a punt error on another special teams error that gave them a special teams touchdown. So, whenever we spotted them probably 28 points that game. So, you take those away, the mistakes, and, we've got a young football team, and we're learning, and as long as we learn from our mistakes, we'll be okay. The big fear is trying to get better. And it continues to happen week to week. But I have full faith that we're going to bounce back this week and have a good game versus Dana Hills. So, short-term memories. Same thing we tell the kids when you get beat on a play, you give up a touchdown, you miss the tackle, you throw a pick. You got to forget about it. There's nothing you can do about it anymore. And both games have already been played, and we've got to move on.
Good, and that's a great attitude Coach Lopez employs. And one more thing, it was a disappointing fourth quarter, to say the least, against Newport Harbor, because as you went into the fourth quarter, they were ahead by only 1 point, right? 21-20.
Yeah, it was a close game all the way up until the fourth quarter. It was tied 14-14 at half. It was within 1 point, 21-20, I think, at the end of the third, and then the floodgates just opened up in the fourth quarter. So, we've got to get better. 2 weeks in a row, we've had terrible second halves. We've given up, I think, 21 points in the first half of the 2 games, and then in the last 2 games, we've given up a significant amount, close to 40 points, in the last 2 games. So we've got to get better playing in the second half. So.
And at the same time, you have a powerhouse offensive juggernaut you went 3 overtimes again in that first game and got 511 total yards, but playing just 48 minutes last Thursday, a remarkable 411 total yards. So you're moving the ball, you're getting it downfield, but again, certain things happen later in the game. They have snake bit you happen.
Yeah, we've got to be able, we've had no trouble moving the ball. Our trouble has been punching it in and finishing our drives. It's not good when you have 500 yards and 400 yards and you come away with 21 offensive points. So we'll be better this week.
All right, we'll take a look at Dana Hills in just a moment, but we got a couple of our guests on the Vinny Lopez Show, and please introduce them, if you will, your offensive and defensive players of last Thursday's ball game.
Yeah, to my left is our wide receiver, punter. What else is this? Backup quarterback. He does it all. Nate Deaton. He was our offensive player of the game. He had a touchdown versus Newport, and he caught, I think, 5 balls. And then he had a big game also versus Trabuco. I think he caught 9 balls for close to 100 yards. So.
All right, let's hear it for Jack of all trades. Okay, and you got another good-looking guy over here. Tell us about him.
Yeah, so to your right is our defensive player of the game, sophomore, Hagen Foreman. Hagen had 2 interceptions. Probably should have had 2 pick sixes. Somehow he got tackled on the first one, but he did return his second interception for a touchdown, which led to 6 points for us. So defensively, we have played well.
All right, Nate, I want to ask you first, since you're the older of the 2, how do you put the games that you just played behind you and look forward to this week? The coach has already built into them wins and losses. Their job is to keep you inspired, to keep you up, keep you primed. How do you, a young man, a high school player, keep that great attitude? And do you think it's helped to mature you week to week, even losses? Can you learn from a loss?
I believe so. We just got to put the things behind us. We have to listen to our coach. He said it best. You got to take care of the ball. we have an 80-yard drive, red zone, fumble, pick, but we have to take care of the ball. That they've been preaching it all week. Put it behind us. 6 turnovers to last game. Just got to put that behind us. Not this week. Learn from our mistakes in the past 2 weeks.
I like that. He sounds like a coach himself. High school student, forget it. There's a future coach there. Okay, we've got a sophomore here. I'm not going to hold that against him because he's playing like senior ball on the varsity squad, right? Senior quality, put it there. And of course, Hagen, tell us a little bit about how you're preparing for this ball game. 0-2 start is not indicative of this Pacifica team. You know they're much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta put everything behind us and take it week by week and put it, go in every week like it's the last game we're gonna play, give it 100%. And like Nate said, just take care of the ball and don't worry about if you get beat or anything bad happens, just put it behind you.
And Coach, you said Hagen had 2 picks.
He did.
So that's pretty impressive. You're feeling like you belong out there, right? You right now you feel part of this team, and when was your birthday?
February 20th.
And you came how old?
15.
15. Play with the big boys, right? So congratulations. Give me another shake of the hand there. Coach Lopez, now put on your prognosticator's cap. Tell us about Friday. Hey, by the way, you've had a couple Thursday games. Personally, after all these years coaching, you're a veteran coach. Do you prefer Thursday or Friday games?
Well, Fridays, obviously. You know, when you work on a short week, it's tough to install, especially when you're playing guys like Newport. They run 1,000 formations, you know, and just trying to get your defense aligned all the time can be a challenge when you play on a short week. So we're looking forward to it. We're excited to be playing Dana Hills on a Friday night. We'll be going down there. It'll be a nice long drive for us down there, so hopefully we'll get our minds straight and heads on right so we can come out and play 4 full quarters. You know, that's the name of the game. Is we haven't played a full football game yet, and we've got to get better. And in order to win games and win the Empire League, you know, we've got to play 4 quarters.
Coach, it's got to be tough being a coach, just psychoanalyzing the situation, knowing that you never throw a pass, you don't run the football, nothing, but you agonize with your players, almost like your sons out there. Your sons are out there, you feel for them, and you truly go home and relive all these games, don't you?
Oh, I think we probably do more so than the players. I think within 30 minutes of the game ending, the players are, you know, at in and out, or they're, you know, talking to their girlfriends and they're talking to their friends, and you know, the football game is probably the last thing that is on their mind, you know. But as coaches, you know, coaching staff, you know, we're still talking about Tribuco Hills. We're still talking about Newport Harbor in our meetings and trying to figure out, you know, where do we go wrong? What do we do to get better, and how do we prepare to beat Dana Hill? So, you know, it never ends for us.
Nate, what has Coach been stressing to you over the weekend? And by the way, did you practice on the holiday on Labor Day?
We did.
Was that planned practice, or did he make you pay for the loss on Thursday?
Oh, no, it was planned 8 in the
It was
morning.
planned, good, okay. No retribution?
No.
Good, okay. Now tell us, as you're getting ready for this week, what has he been talking about out there in practice?
We have a solid game plan going forward. Once again, just take care of the ball. Our offense functions, it gets yardage. We march on the field, we just have to take care of the football. We change a little bit, not much, just take care of the football.
Hagen, do you agree with that, and can you add anything?
Yeah, and then for defense, well, I agree with Nate. And then for defense, we just need to make sure we don't give up the big plays. Because Dana Hills, they have some fast guys, so we need to make sure our DBs are on top of our game and make sure we limit the mistakes.
All right, Coach, we'll be keeping an eye on you and praying and crossing our fingers, but we know it comes down to your team and your players have to make it happen in a tough environment back on the road at Dana Hills, 7 o'clock Friday, so everybody has a chance to get down there, cheer on the Mariners to negate and go up against the home crowd who's going to be dominating there.
Yeah, it's their homecoming night, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot of people, and you know, there could be a lot of distractions for us, and we've got to go down there and focus. Like I said, you know, we've got one job, and our job is to go 1-0 this week. You know, forget everything that happened in the past. You know, like I said, learn from our mistakes and get better.
All right, just a reminder, we're here at Shakey's, our new venue. Everybody enjoying Shakey's so far? Yeah! Modern, good-looking Shakey's right here in this plaza, which I've never found out the name of this plaza, but near Lamson on Valley View, and they even have lunch specials starting at incredibly $4.99. So anybody who wants to come over, check that out. When you come here, also mention to them and thank them for sponsoring the Vinny Lopez show, right?
Yeah.
Right? And without that, Coach, I don't have a rich uncle. I depend on these sponsors and you. So thanks for the friendship. Good luck this week. And of course, Nate, all the best to you, Hagen. And of course, the great parents out there who couldn't do it without you. And they can't do it without you. So look forward to win number 1, the W on Friday against Dana Hills. Until next time in the next Vinny Lopez Show, I'm Ronnie Wald. So long for now. And don't forget, as always, go Mariners!